Welcome back to another episode of the SR Auto Group YouTube channel. This video was meant to be a mashup of all our videos in the last 2-3 months. We were going to show you that 430 and so on and so forth, but we decided, because we had so much Porsche footage, that we do another Porsche video for you guys. So in this video, I'm not only going to show you this 964 3.3, the beginning of this build, but I'm also going to show you the end of our 996 build. Now, the 996 is a very special car to me because it was one of the first Porsches I ever had. I never thought I was going to be able to buy another Porsche after I sold that car, but one of my business partners said, hey, you know what, sell it, you'll get another one. So when I got this one, it meant a lot to me, so I built it as perfect as I can, and it turned out really, really well. Now, another car that I really, really like is the 964 chassis. Now, we've done a 993 with the blue car, we've done a 996, so the 964 is special because of the movie Bad Boys, and the Bad Boys had a 964 turbo. Although that was a 3.6 liter, which was the really special car, the 3.3 liter, which is right here, is actually exactly the same car with just a different motor. Now, this thing's a wide body, this thing's really cool. We'll show you the beginning of what we're gonna do to this car, but we're gonna mainly focus on the 996 turbo, the GT700 car that we started a few episodes ago. We're gonna go through it, we're gonna show you everything we did and what the end result was. I hope you enjoy the video, guys. This is gonna be a Porsche video, and we'll get to the Ferrari and the Menace car and whatever in upcoming videos. So let's take a look at what we did. I hope you enjoy it. So at the 996 again, guys, so we got a bunch of parts from Porsche again. So we got the 2 fender liners, which Martin is now installing. So that's one fender liner that goes right here. You can see it was smashed up, probably because the car was too low with the 19-inch roof wheels on it. But we're replacing that whole piece right there. Calipers aren't back, but we'll be doing that shortly. Martin will probably install that in the next couple days, but you'll see it in this video. I'm going to do an adjustment on the PSS 10s, then I'm going to send it out to get all this stuff dry ice blasted to clean up the bottom of the car. Inside of the car, we've got a bunch of stuff. Martin already installed I took the roof pedals off again because I just didn't like them, so Martin replaced these rubber pads here. We got floor mats, we're waiting for a shifter, and then the rocker will be replaced. Wheels are right there, which is up on the side, I don't know why, but there's the hollow spoke with the turbo center cap that I just ordered. Really nice wheel, hollow center cap. So easy trick, guys, if you're ever buying a 996 turbo, make sure the car has a hollow spoke. Put your hand behind her, it should be absolutely smooth. If it's not smooth, you don't have the true hollow spoke wheel, and that's what you want to collect on a 996 turbo like this. So there's Mr. Martin, guys. There is the passenger side fender liner. So interesting part about this fender liner, I thought we had to order the top liner, bottom liner in separates. So I ordered this, and I ordered this flap here and this rubber flap, but they do come in one kit for the one liner, so it's actually really neat. You can buy the whole fender liner. It was a couple $100, but look at this. Look at this disaster in here with this one. Martin is now already taken apart. Once he takes that off, we'll pop on the new one and then get back to the brakes. A quick comparison, Martin just pulled it out. Look at this. This is the old liner. That's the brand new one. These are exactly the same part numbers. As you can see, there's a lot missing. This one goes here somewhere, I believe. Yep, that goes there. Crazy. Anyway, Martin, go nuts. Let's throw this one in. So we're ready to put the brakes back in on our 996. Martin's holding the new caliper. Surprise! I went red. There's nothing like Porsche red calipers for me. I love it. You know, I wanted to do silver. I wanted to do every other color, but red is just so nice. And obviously the Porsche lettering. So Martin had to do a couple things to get this caliper ready after it was painted. So Martin had to do the following. You see these right here, these seals? These are original Brembo seals. We had to actually change them because we didn't want to paint over them, so we ordered these. These are readily available, guys. You can buy them. So it's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 of them on a 6-piston, obviously. And then you have these backing plates right here, which I showed you. They're the shims. So Martin's going to pop that one on there, and we're done. So we're ready to install this. So we're going to do the rotors and the brakes, and that's it. So guys, we had a little bit of a problem with this 996 caliper and rotor setup. The only problem is that these came off a ceramic brake setup or a GT3 setup, the calipers. They weren't the OEM 996 brakes, so these are actual 997 rotors. Now, I didn't know that when I got the car. In fact, it is a great upgrade. It's a big upgrade that everybody does, but I had to put 997 rotors, which were only Porsche. I couldn't get it at any jobber place, which in fact I like better because the OEM stuff is so much nicer. Now Martin's going to throw the caliper back on. We have the brand new caliper bolts, so this should come together pretty quick. So here are the pads for the brakes for the 996. Martin is working on it right now. There he is, putting it back together. Now, these pads do have a backing plate already, but the actual shims that are on the caliper will stick to this backing plate. This is just a street pad. I wasn't going to do anything crazy with it. I'm not going to track it or anything like that. So just getting back to normal and really clean setup. So the wheels are mounted, guys, and the caliper, last one's waiting to be installed. So I ordered the center caps that say turbo on them. I like the turbo script better than the Porsche crest. It's just more, I don't know, it's more original to this car, in my opinion. I really like it. This is the left side. We've done the brakes already. Martin has installed the rear rotors with the red calipers and new pads, and the sensors are in. We're going to adjust the PSS 10s a little bit lower, maybe throw on a spacer as well to see if the wheels can be nice and flush. He's already done the front here. He's ready to go. Remember, we have to bleed the brakes because we emptied the whole system. So we're going to put a new dot racing fluid in there. And along with that, I got a couple things left. I got a new set of floor mats. I love putting a new set of floor mats in every car that I mess with. So brand new Porsche floor mats. That goes in the 996. And we're going to change the rocker panels shortly once we get the car on the hoist. So Martin's putting the pads back in. So he's got to peel off this backing plate that's on these pads. He's doing it on this one. So it has a sticky surface, obviously. So this is going to stick to the shims that are already in the caliper in there, as you can see. I showed you before. So slide them in, Martin. Let's take a look. So it slides in, and the first time you press the pad down, the shims and the calipers depress, which touches the pad and sticks it all together, so it's rattle free. So guys, here's something really interesting. So these are all the bolts and stuff that came out. These are all the slide pins and what have you. So Martin, these are pretty rusted and old and brake dust covered. So Martin threw these in our polisher, like a bead polisher, and look how nice they came out. They look brand new. This whole setup, he even did the nipples here, which are just unbelievable. So Martin's gonna put these back in. This one holds, and look at that, the back plate. He even did the back plate. So the back plate's in, and if Martin would remove his finger, we would see it. This guy's back in. It looks really, really good. Guys, Martin just took off the rear rotor here with the caliper setup and everything. Now, the one thing about rear brake setup is that the emergency brake's back here, and it has this shoe on the inside of the rotor. In this case, I usually replace all this stuff when I do brakes, but this one is actually in really, really good shape. Obviously, the previous owner never used their e-brake. So Martin's gonna put the back together. We're gonna lower the car a little bit more and then get her on the road. Guys, we're bleeding the brakes. Martin wants me to sit in the car and pump, right Martin? That was your exact instruction. So we're going around, we're going in here, we're gonna sit and pump. Oh, look how nice the interior is still on this thing. We got bumperettes, we're gonna throw over there. We got the 3-spoke. Oh God. So ladies and gentlemen, I've also ordered the double DIN Porsche Classic radio for this thing. I got a new shift knob coming that's back ordered, but that's coming. This is gonna be so nice in here. Okay, Martin, what do I do? So guys, as you can see, we're doing a tight weave with this DEI heat wrap. It looks really, really good. It holds the heat in. It's really simple to do. You just get it in and then you tie it with the regular clamps. I'll show you as we go a little bit further, but this is how it looks when it's done. It looks really, really nice. So this angle, Martin has put the exhaust manifold in. There's the turbocharger for the Evo 700 kit. Martin is tightening the 13 mil. The DEI heat wrap is absolutely amazing when it's on. So the heat wrap, actually, when you fire it up, it warms up, it burns a little bit, and then it tightens up on the exhaust. And then after that, it looks as good forever, pretty much. Underneath the car, I'm gonna get a dry ice blasted because it looks so dirty. All Porsches look like this, ladies and gentlemen. This one's not destroyed. This one's absolutely normal. But we're gonna dry ice it to get rid of all this ugliness completely. Okay, so the car is set up on the alignment rack. Let's take a look at what our settings are at this point. Martin, run it down for me.
Rear toe is pretty good, but we're gonna change the
rear toe is good, but the camber is shot, so we're gonna have to reset that anyway.
And the front toe is totally off.
Front toe is absolute garbage. That explains the drive home yesterday. Camber is, well, we're gonna straighten out as much as we can, but guys, Martin has a lot of work to do. Anything that's red here is no good. So we're in the red, we're in the red, we're in the red, we're in the red. Yeah, this is no good. Martin's got a lot of work to do. Look how excited he is. Martin? Yeah, you are. There he is. Okay, guys, he's gonna do that, and we're done. Back of the shop, I got Martin here. It's Friday afternoon. Ed is over there. Hello. Look, there he is. He's putting tires together. We got some randoms over there. There's Jane. So today we're not working on cars. Well, Ed's working on cars. Instead, we're going to pour some concrete. And yes, we are pouring concrete. Martin, how many bags of concrete do you have back here?
30.
Okay guys, so I don't know anything about anything, but we've decided to tackle this whole filling ourselves. There's 30 bags of concrete. We rented a concrete mixer, and here we go. Okay guys, here we go. Does that look right to anybody? This is 1 bag of concrete, 3 liters of water. I don't know. Our first pour. Martin is doing our first pour. Martin. Oh, look how little 1 bag is. I'm not just a car guy. Not bad. Not bad.
A little bit too much water. This is good. I think this is good.
Okay, I can pull. So it seems like I may have made too much concrete here, and this is not my calling, ladies and gentlemen. However, we are covering this hole, and I am going to get a nice pad to cover this mess I made. But it's not as hard as everybody says to make this concrete. But next time, I'm getting somebody to come and do this. So we're in the back of the shop, and today we're working on a 964 turbo. This isn't a 3.6, it's a 3.3. Is it a 3.3, Martin? 3.3. It's a 3.3. And this thing looks amazing, but we got a lot of work to do on it. It's not perfect by any means. The camera is not going to show you exactly how good or bad the paint work is and what have you. We're changing the coilovers. We've done the wheels and tires, but we wanted a little bit more drop, so we're going with the H&R coilovers. The bumpers are coming off. We're sending them to Fast Track just for a quick refinish. The exhaust is coming in. It's going to be a billy boat for this one. Interior is already done. It has the Pepita pattern, as most Porsche guys do nowadays. This thing's really, really nice, but we got a lot of work to do to clean it up. Engine bay is actually done. One of our partners redid the motor and resealed it, so the engine's done. All we got to do is do the aesthetics and get this and get the really good right height gangbang low in my, as I say. So we're gonna get all these stuff done, and then we're gonna show you how we do it as we go along. Okay guys, so Martin is working on the front of this car. So this car did have coilovers on there, Bilstein PSS 9s, I believe. However, it's a little bit old. It's as old as the car almost, so we decided to change it up. Plus, they don't go as low as the H&Rs, and that's what our customer wanted. We're also doing rear brakes because they're pretty depleted here, if you can see that. Pads are okay, but the rotors are just garbage. So, PSS 9s, these are coming out. We have the B&B heat exchangers that have already arrived. Look how nicely this is done. We're just waiting for the B&B exhaust. It takes a while for them to build. So this car, Martin's going to be working on it all day. We also have, there's Martin, some sway bars that are also going on this car. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. So we're getting sway bars front and rear for this car. So guys, we're looking at all the parts for this 964 we're doing. So these are the old front suspension. Still pretty good shape, but again, we want it to go a bit lower, and the Bilsteins don't go as low as the new H&Rs we have do over here. Sway bars, the thickness, there is a little bit more girth to the H&R compared to the factory, so we're changing that over. And if that's the fronts, right? And this is the rear. Yeah, the rear one has some real weight and muscle to it. So that's going to be a really good setup for the 964. So Martin's going to continue, as he's already taken the front apart. He's going to throw the new suspension in. As you can see on this car, they've already done all the bushings here. They're all brand new. Bushings are brand new. All the boots are new. The tie rods are new. Everything's pretty much all done already on this car. Even the fender liners are new, like I always like to do it. So that looks really, really good. So once we put the shock in, we're gonna lower it, take the bumpers off, and send it to Fast Track to get them redone. And then once we do that, slam it and let it go to its home. So guys, you've already seen what we're about to do on this Porsche 964. I showed you the suspension and the PSS 9s, or maybe PSS 10s, I still don't really know which ones are already in this car. Now we're taking those out, as I said, but we had some issues because we didn't have the factory top hats to go onto the new H&R system. So since we're waiting for that, I wanted to show you what the actual height is with the PSS, the Bilstein system, we'll call it. I wanted to show you what height it was. So these are E88s with Pilot Sport Cup 2s, an 18-inch. These are like the go-to wheels and tires for when you want the race look. So it's already pretty low, but like for me, this would be perfect, but for our customer, he wants it just a touch lower, front and rear. So while we're waiting for the parts, we've sent out the body parts to get refinished and painted at Fast Track. Once the parts are here, we'll put the new suspension in, we'll put the sway bars in, we'll straighten the wheels, align it. We're waiting for the exhaust. Once we do that, we'll show you everything about this 964, but we'll continue on with our 996 now. So guys, the 964 we're working on, we got some of the parts that we're waiting for from Porsche. So it's all in here. So again, we're putting on the H&R coilovers, but it didn't have the top hats that we needed. So here's some stuff we ordered. This goes on the factory top hat. This is just a cracked piece of plastic underneath the car. But this is what we're actually waiting for, the actual top hats with the bearing and the bushing inside it. So there's the bearing in there, and then the hard bush. Is there a hard bush? Yeah, right there. So that's the bushing, that's the bearing in there. So this goes on the H&R coilover. This goes on top of this to give it some vibration dampening. And these are obviously the brand new bolts to bolt down the top hat, sorry, the shock. So we have these parts. We're going to put them on the H&R coilovers. We're going to install it on our 964 over there. So you'll see this probably on our next video as we go along. Guys, we've been working on this 996 Turbo. It's a 2002 for about 3 weeks now. It's been going on in this video forever. So we did a lot of stuff to it. The car had a lot of roof parts. So Alwa Roof was a tuner back in the day. He's no longer around, but he was known for the Yellowbird, so on and so forth. Had a bunch of parts on it. I wanted this car to be stock to remind me of my older car, so it's a 2002 996 Turbo. We did a complete refresh because this car, let's just say it's been through a bunch of people's hands that just didn't know what they were doing. We fixed a bunch of stuff. We had to fix the accumulator for the the clutch. We did all the brakes, they were cracked. We refinished the calipers to this beautiful red that we did. Rotors are new, pads are new, lines are new, fluid is new. I refinished the OEM wheels and threw on the Michelin tires on it, which is also Porsche spec. I got the turbo center caps because I like these a lot better. Anything we could do to refresh this car, honestly, we did. Headlights were polished, I did new wiper nozzles over here, took the front bumper off, we took the roof short shifter off, you name it, whatever it needed, we basically had to clean up. There was an oil leak that we had to tighten up because somebody had no clue. Like a bunch of stuff. Now the only thing that's really left with this, and I can't bring myself to buy, is the shift knob. So if anybody has a 996 turbo shift knob in carbon fiber, or a 996, doesn't have to be a turbo, give me a shout. I don't mind paying bills to buy cool stuff for these cars, but it's about $2 grand for that shift knob, and I just can't bring myself to buy it. Now, Martin, if you come in here, you take a look. We've done everything. So we got the new floor mats. The seats I didn't change, it has the OEM steering wheel. You see that gray shift knob right there? I don't have the stomach to go buy a new one. It's killing me right now. So anybody who can help me out, comment below on that. Other than that, we're gonna go for a quick drive after I conclude this video, and probably in the next video tell you how it is. This thing's one of the best cars I've had in a long time. Like this 911 Turbo, this generation, the 996. Not everybody's favorite, but the prices are climbing. I don't know if I'm going to keep this car yet, but the way I built it, it's like I am going to keep it. I didn't spare expense. We changed the rockers because they were cracked. There's some plastic underneath that I had to order. Little things here and there that you just wouldn't replace if you were a normal human, which I'm not. I did. So Martin did a lot of work on this car, guys, and it really, really shows. Martin, give it a walk around the car and let them take a look at it. So I put the OEM back splitter on, I took the roof one off. It does have a GT700 kit, which has 700 horsepower. Now this is one of the main reasons I wanted this car, because it did have the big power upgrade. It did have the Tech Equipment roll bar and GT3 seats from Europe. PSS 10 suspension. Again, I added spacers because I wanted that look. It is gangbang low, guys, but I almost think the rear is a little bit too low compared to the front. But overall, guys, wow, it really, really turned out well. I really hope you liked watching this in our series of Porsches. We did the 993 prior to this. This is the 996. Hopefully I'll get to a 964 for you guys coming up. At the end of the video, here we are again, guys. If you like what I'm doing, please comment below. If you don't like what we're doing, tell us why in the comments below. Please subscribe, like our video. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.